The holiday season is upon us, and although things may look different this year as we collectively work to slow the spread of the COVID-19, the Merrimack Parks and Rec Department is looking to insert a little bit of holiday cheer in our community, as they so often do. Joining us today is Merrimack Parks and Rec Director Matthew Kasparius. Thanks for being here, Matt.
Hey, thanks for having me today, Nick.
Yeah, I'm excited that you're here. This is exciting. Now, we know that there's no holiday parade this year, and there's not a typical tree lighting ceremony, but there is holiday events happening in Merrimack. Why don't you tell us about that, Matt?
Absolutely. So we've got kind of 4 events that we've got planned for this upcoming month. And we're going to kick off our event with what we're calling is Santa's Merrimack Holiday Tour.
You know, I was reading about that. So instead of a parade, you're going to do a holiday tour. So you're going to bring Santa to different neighborhoods throughout the community.
Absolutely. So we've got a nice partnership with the Merrimack Fire Department, who is going to bring Santa and Mrs. Claus, and they're going to take a tour on basically the neighborhoods of Merrimack.
Awesome. So I guess the idea would be that instead of everybody congregating to one section of the town, you know, why don't you go to a location closest to your house and you'll bring Santa to their families. Yep. So it's going to begin on Sunday, December 6th.
Correct.
And you're going to start this at about 2:45, right? 2:45?
Yep, 2:45 p.m. is the plan. And as the fire department drives Santa and Mrs. Claus to the various neighborhoods in town, we'll pull into the parking lot at these locations. You know, Santa and Mrs. Claus will wave to the crowd. You know, spend a couple of minutes talking to them, and then they'll kind of move on to the next neighborhood. But it gives us an opportunity to see Santa and still maintain that social distancing.
Right. So if I live, let's say my family lives near Merrimack High School. Yep. So at 2:45. Roughly, myself, my family, we could go to Merrimack High School and Santa will be brought to us courtesy of the Merrimack Parks and Rec and the fire department.
Correct. And actually added to that, we just recently added DJ Darren Roy, who's a local DJ in town here,
right, is
actually going to follow the fire department, and he's going to play holiday music from his car, and so to just kind of add to that festivity a little bit. So we'll have some holiday music following them.
That's great. So it's truly, you're kind of bringing the parade to different neighborhoods. So you don't have to go to any one location. Go to the location nearest you. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you can actually see those approximate times. We know that it's going to start at 2:45 at the high school. Live near the high school, go to the high school. If you live near the middle school, go to the middle school. There's a time for that as well. I think that's around 3 o'clock or so. If you live near Reed's Ferry, Walgreens, the 360 Plaza, or Thornton's Ferry Elementary School, you can go there, staggered times, socially distance, and wear a mask, especially if you're anywhere near 6 feet from someone. So that's great. So you're importing Santa Claus from the North Pole. That's impressive.
Yeah, we have some good connections that we built up over the years.
I guess so. Have you met Santa before?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he comes every year normally to Merrimack,
he does,
right? So hopefully he brings me something nice. I know that if I were to be part of this holiday parade, I'd probably head to maybe the 360 Plaza. What's the approximate time on that?
For Merrimack, the 360 Plaza, he's expected to be there around 3:30 p.m.
Okay, cool. So you could find those times at the Parks and Rec Department website?
Absolutely.
Okay, what's the website again?
It is www.merrimackparksandrec.org.
Great. So they can go to merrimackparksandrec.org, find the holiday tour times, the Santour, as we could call it, right? The Santa Tour.
Santa Tour.
And that's going to start Sunday, December 6th at approximately 2:45. Head to the location nearest to your house so that everybody can be socially distant, but still have some holiday, Christmas, New Year cheer, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are getting deep into the holiday season here. Now, typically we would have a tree lighting ceremony at Abbey Griffin Park. Unfortunately, as it typically happens, it's going to be a little different this year, as all of these holiday events are. So, Matt, What's different about the tree lighting ceremony this year? It's an abbreviated event,
Yep.
right?
So we're having an abbreviated tree lighting this year. In a normal year, we would have, the high school marching band performing. We'd have the Girl Scouts giving out hot chocolate and cookies.
Right.
We'd have photos with Santa. Mrs. Claus would usually read Twice the Night Before Christmas with all the kids sitting up on the bandstand.
Sure.
And those are things, obviously, we just can't do this year. And so what we are doing is Santa will still come to the park after he finishes his tour. He will essentially do a countdown and to turn on the lights in the park and to officially kind of kick off the holiday season. And then we're going to have Broadway Bound will join us this year for a brief and kind of socially distanced dance performance. And they were performing the song Countdown to Christmas. And that's essentially the event this year. So it's really only going to be a 5 or 10 minute event instead of a normal 45 minute to an hour event that we typically have. So our plan is to obviously take pictures of things and hopefully we can also kind of record it and put it up later on our Facebook page but we would prefer to have people obviously go see Santa out in the community,
right?
Instead of coming down to the park,
right? So we want to encourage families to take part in the Santa tour, the holiday tour, at a location closest to them. So those are staggered throughout the community. Locations like the high school, the 2 elementary schools, O'Gara Drive, Walgreens, the 360 Plaza. And really, that's where we want families to go to sort of enjoy somewhat of a holiday parade. That's fun, and Santa's going to be there. I mean, come on, the best part of the parade is
Santa Claus.
Exactly. So, maybe this will be even more fun, and you don't have to travel far.
Right.
There's somewhere close to you. That's great, and then it'll lead to an abbreviated tree lighting ceremony, but you don't necessarily have to attend the tree lighting ceremony at Abbey Griffin Park because you're going to take photos, maybe some video, and people will be able to see that on your Facebook, on the Parks and Rec Facebook page. And then also, Abbey Griffin Park isn't going anywhere. So, anytime throughout the holiday season, if you want to see the tree, take a walk down to Abbey Griffin Park. And you could check that out. That's a good idea. That's smart, Matt. So people could still enjoy holidays this year as they typically do, but just sort of staggered and in locations closer to them. That's great. Now, the other thing I noticed is that you're going to have a kind of a holiday themed, you're doing a canned good drive, right?
Yep, correct.
So tell us more about the canned good drive, Matt.
So this is a new event for us this year, and realistically, this year more than most, the need is great. There's a lot of people who have a need for food and other non-perishable items. The town has historically, particularly the police and fire and DPW, have done kind of food drives at their locations, but we've picked a particular day this year, which is going to be Saturday, December 12th here at Town Hall for our holiday food drive from 12 to 2 o'clock. We are going to have it's going to be a drive-through experience, and for anybody that missed Santa Claus on our Santa tour on Sunday to the 6th, they can come down on Saturday, December 12th, from 12 to 2. And see Santa Claus. He'll be there. We are going to hand out, you can pass your donated items right out the window of your car. Santa's elves will be wearing masks and kind of maintaining that social distancing otherwise while we collect those donation items. We are also working with local parent newsletter Macaroni Kid, and they are going to be handing out candy canes. We'll have some free hot chocolate, again, that we can kind of pass through the car window without people having to get out of their cars. And then families can kind of spend a few minutes chatting with Santa as they're, and listen to holiday music as they're sitting in their vehicle.
So this is on Saturday, December 12th.
Correct.
From noon till about 2 o'clock.
Yep.
Drive-through, canned good drop-off. You could get free hot chocolate. Santa will be there as well.
Yep.
You really pulled some strings. You have such a deep connection to Santa Claus. And he's want to come to Merrimack several times throughout the holiday season. That's great. And so Macaroni Kids is the organization that you teamed up with to make this Canned Good Drive possible?
Yep.
And what's the location for the Canned Good Drive, Matt?
It's right here, right out front at Town Hall.
Oh, great.
Which is 6 Babusick Lake Road. And we have a couple of other guests joining us at this particular event. Merrimack State Farm agent Dan Bantham and his friendly State Farm neighbor mascot will be joining us.
All the celebrities.
All the celebrities. We also will have Melvin the Lion from the Merrimack Lions Club will be also joining us and kind of waving to kids as they come through. And then lastly, the last part of this, the particular event is we're encouraging encouraging families to get into the holiday spirit by decorating their cars this year. They're decorated in advance and then come through and with your food donation. Macaroni Kid is doing a car decorating contest. And you have a chance to win the grand prize, which is a $50 gift card to a local restaurant of your choice, 4 passes to Legoland Discovery Center for when those facilities open.
Sign me up.
And a pair of passes to Altitude Trampoline Park. Macaroni Kid's going to have an online voting that'll take place after the event happens. And then the winning family with the most votes will win that prize pack. So just an added bonus as an added incentive to come out and, 1, get in the holiday spirit, but 2, to decorate and be festive. And so, more reasons to donate.
Awesome, Matt. So that's Saturday, December 12th, beginning at noon until 2 o'clock. You can come to the Town Hall Complex at 6 Babusick Lake Road and participate in the Canned Good Drive. Make sure that you bring canned goods that aren't expired. Drop them off, meet Santa, meet the State Farm neighbor, and also the Lions Club. What's the Lions Club?
Melvin.
Melvin from the Lions Club is going to be here. That's great. Free hot chocolate at this event too?
Yep.
Courtesy of Matt Kasparius. Yeah.
Parks and Rec.
From Parks and Rec Department. If you need more information, you can call the Merrimack Parks and Rec Department at 882-1046. And I'm sure Matt and his Parks and Recreation crew would be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Matt, also, there's a tour of lights happening. This is exciting. This is new.
Yep.
And we know, on Merrimack TV channel 22, we often play. It's a Merrimack tradition at this point. We have Outdoors with Bob has a lights program, so you can watch that on channel 22. But the Merrimack Parks and Rec Department are doing something this year that you may want to participate in. Matt, tell us more about the Tour of Lights.
All right. So the Southern New Hampshire Tour of Lights is a collaboration among 9 communities here in Southern New Hampshire that are all kind of working together to put this on. And we're looking for families that like to decorate their house for the holidays. Doesn't have to be a massive over-the-top display. Just you have a display at your house that you want to show off. We'd like you to come and register in advance to be on this list of lighted homes. And again, this is a free event, and that again we're looking for registrations between now and December 6th. After December 6th, the 9 communities are going to put together a master list of every house that's on the tour in all 9 communities, and then on December 11th we'll release that list to the public, and this then becomes a free event that families can go take an evening or 2 to go explore homes all over Southern New Hampshire.
That's awesome.
Just something fun to do for the holidays. Again, maintain our social distancing or our physical distancing, and just go check out some holiday lights. Again, no cost to that. And one of the incentives, to get people to sign up for to showcase their home, is we are going to be raffling off a $25 gift certificate again to a local restaurant because we want to support our local businesses.
Sure.
And so again, we'll do a random raffle of the homes selected for somebody to win that prize pack for signing up.
This is such a great idea. So the Merrimack Tour of Lights, and what's really cool about this is it's not just Merrimack. So many. Did you say 9 other communities?
9 other communities.
9 other communities will be participating in this event, and I'm going to show some bias here. I'd like Merrimack's lights to just to blow away the other communities. That's what I want to see. I'd love to see Merrimack residents participate in this event so that people know that Merrimack's Tour of Lights stands out among the other 8 communities that are participating. So Matt, sign-ups for the Tour of Lights begins on...
Sign-ups are ongoing now. We actually
great.
have 6 homes signed up at the moment, but again, we've got a couple of weeks until December 6th for people, so we still have time to sign up. And then, like I said, on December 11th is when we'll release the list to the public.
So they have up until December 6th to sign up. So make sure that you how do they sign up for the list again?
Again, they come to the Parks and Recreation Department website, which is www.merrimackparksandrec.org. They can actually call us on the phone as well at 882-1046. And we will take that information over the phone. You do have to sign your own home up. You can't register. You can't say, "Oh, the guy down the street has a great display. Let's sign his house up." You have to sign your own home up.
But if someone knows of a neighbor or a friend that has an incredible lighting display, please have them call 882-1046 or go to merrimackparksandrec.org and sign up your home. We would love to see the community of Merrimack stand out in the Tour of Lights. That is excellent. Please sign up between now and December 6th. Phone, email, participate in Tour of Lights, and then when the master list is released on December 11th, families can then drive around not only Merrimack, maybe see other communities and check out the Christmas lights. That's something I remember doing as a kid. My mom would pile us into the minivan and we'd go check out the Christmas lights. I was always envious of some homes, and one year I remember it was kind of a National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation style thing, but it was like we'd see other homes, and then my parents and my uncle would want to outdo the home down the street. So, let's get some Merrimack houses on the Tour of Lights. I'd love to see that happen. And also, if you're looking to experience a Tour of Lights, make sure you watch Outdoors with Bob Christmas Lights special that airs on Channel 22 here on Merrimack TV. We typically play that through December and up until the New Year. Sometimes afterward. People love that stuff, man. Yeah. So this is exciting. So although there isn't a holiday parade this year, and there's only an abbreviated version of the the candlelight ceremony, the tree lighting ceremony, there's still plenty to do this holiday season that the Merrimack Parks and Rec Department is putting on. You can participate in the Santa Claus is Coming to Town holiday tour, staggered times throughout the day on Sunday, December 6th, beginning at 2:45 until about 4 o'clock. If you visit the Parks and Rec website, you can see what time Santa's coming close to you, so you and your family can go see Santa and listen to some great music from DJ
Darren Roy.
That's great. And then on December 12th, there's a Canned Good Drive between 12 and 2 here at Merrimack Town Hall. Additionally, Matt, there's a holiday blood drive.
Absolutely.
And that's going to take place at Wasserman Park, right?
Yep.
Matt, tell us about the blood drive at Wasserman Park.
All right. So this is a partnership that we're doing with the Merrimack Lions Club for Wednesday, December 23rd, right before Christmas. There is the Red Cross is facing a severe shortage right now. And has an urgent need for blood donations of all types. So we're asking people to come out and donate an hour of their time to donate blood. All COVID-19 protocols and social distancing rules are in place during the donations. The Red Cross is doing COVID-19 antibody testing on all donations, so you'll kind of get that result the next week of. Tells you, whether you've managed to, avoid things at that point. They are also giving out long sleeve Red Cross T-shirts to donors at the blood drive, just again as an added bonus for that. But it's going to be again Wednesday, December 23rd, from 12 to 5 p.m. at Wasserman Park in the function hall.
Great. So that's Wednesday, December 23rd, the Wasserman Park function hall, beginning at
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, Red Cross blood drive, socially distanced. You get a free T-shirt just before the holidays. Hopefully people can find some time or make some time on their calendar for that. It's very important that the Red Cross receives blood donations, especially during this time. So this is great that you've kind of worked in this additional, and this is the season to give, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
This is a huge way not just to give back to the community, but give to your fellow man
Yep.
and woman. So this is fantastic, Matt. It's really cool that you've inserted that into the holiday season. There's so much going on.
Absolutely.
People hear no holiday parade, there's nothing going on. I'd like to think that there's more going on. There's actually more to do because a lot of town departments have thought outside of the box and how we can adapt to different resources during this time. Here at Merrimack TV, we're covering virtual meetings. We also allow a lot of our we welcome our public shows to tape virtually as well. We have socially distanced seating for in-person meetings. So everyone's thinking outside the box. And Matt, you've been with the town now for how long? How long have you been Parks and Rec director with the town?
I've been here coming up on 7 years now.
7 years. Wow. Okay. Time flies by.
It
right?
absolutely does. And,
So-
we've come a long way with, we've made a lot of changes, a lot of improvements. When I got here back in 2014, we were, the department only had maybe 25 programs. And, well, prior to COVID-19, we were doing somewhere between 200 and 300 programs a year. And we're starting to build back up, our resources as we're able to allow things to happen.
Well, Matt, it definitely shows. I've been with the town now for about 16 years, and we've always had a good Parks and Rec department. But I'll be honest, when you came along, it was like, wow, you really saw a difference. You and your staff do a fantastic job.
Thank you.
We see what you do with the day camps and all the different community events that involve all ages as well.
Yeah.
There's no one age. Sometimes you think Parks and Rec, you're just thinking, maybe playgrounds or something like that, but there's so much that the Parks and Recreation Department does for community members of all ages. So I know I'm very impressed with what you guys do, so I want to thank you on behalf of the Merrimack community. But I do need to ask you, what is your favorite part about being the Parks and Rec director?
Oh, that
Aside from taping a show on Merrimack
yeah,
TV.
absolutely. But probably my favorite part is actually the events, and watching them come together. Every year's a little bit different, and this year's been an added challenge of kind of can't do things the way we've always done it. So how to make that all come together, and again, when I first got here, some of the big events that we do, Halloween, the Winter Carnival, Easter, we'd see maybe 200 people. Prior to COVID, we were getting 1,000 people at an event that, and that just never happened before. And so I loved kind of seeing that, seeing the plans come into fruition, it's really kind of exciting and kind of, okay, what's next and how do we make it even better next time,
Right. Well, Matt, I'm very grateful for all that you do for the community, as I'm sure you are at home as well. And I'm thankful that you have adapted your resources to COVID-19. And we're going to be overjoyed to participate in these community events. So thank you so much for joining us today.
All right. Thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. And I'd like to thank you for joining us for this premiere episode of This is Merrimack, where we'd like to interview town department heads or town employees all together and just sort of shine a spotlight on everything that happens within your community that you may not know of or want to know a little bit more about. So if you have an idea for someone that you would like to see on This is Merrimack, I know that I'd love to have maybe Yvette Corser, the library director in here. That'd be fantastic. Or maybe we could get Kyle Fox, our wonderful director of public works. But if you have an idea or something that you'd like to see, just give us an email at merrimacktv@merrimacknh.gov. Thank you for joining us and have a joyful day.